Hi, hello, good evening. Welcome back to National IAS Academy. Dear friends, my name is Raj Shekhar, and today we are meeting here again for the 21st class. And in today's class, I shall be discussing the next 10 most important topics from UPSC Civil Services Examination, that is Prelims Perspective, which shall be held on the 28th of May 2023. So today's class shall be really important because we have picked 10 most important topics from UPSC Prelims Perspective, and let me tell you or remind that UPSC of late has been framing particularly very tricky or important questions from the environment section. This is because the IFOS preliminary examination has been integrated with UPSC Civil Services preliminary examination now. So that's the reason that UPSC has put a special focus on topics or areas from the environment section. And like you all know, most students keep commenting that UPSC has a tendency of framing most difficult questions from the environment section, but it is not true. If you're thorough or if you're regular with the current affairs of at least 1 year with respect to environment, then this section is not at all difficult. Trust me, this section then is not at all difficult because UPSC will frame questions related to environment from the current affairs of this 1 year itself. It might be important conventions, important alliances, important initiatives, or anything that is related to pollution or campaigns, especially those things which are actually or very much concerned with India. So I am reminding you all once again that environment section is not at all difficult. So in that regard, today we have listed 10 most important topics which were in news in past 1 year, and let us begin with the first topic, that is Stockholm Conference. Why was it in news? Because we are celebrating its 50 plus years of existence. When was it signed? It was signed in the year 1972. So when did it complete 50 years? It completed its 50 years of existence in the year 2022. What is it? What is it also called as? It is also called as the United Nations Conference on Human Environment. Okay. So where was it held? It was held. The first conference was also held in a location or a place called as Stockholm, and the 50th or the event to commemorate 50 years of its existence was also held at a place known as Stockholm, which is located in Sweden. What was the theme of the 1972 conference? Only one Earth. Only one Earth. So what was the outcome of Stockholm Conference? Stockholm Declaration, which talked about the environment, its protection and sustainable development. Although the word sustainable was not directly used, it still talked about the sustainable or peaceful coexistence of human beings along with their surrounding, that is the environment. So this is all you need to know about the Stockholm Conference. Also, apart from this, there was one particular word which was in news, which is definitely a potential topic for the UPSC preliminary examination, that is triple planetary catastrophe. So at this event, which commemorated the 50 years of its existence, scientists or the experts came up with something called as triple planetary catastrophe. It does include three things, that is climate change, pollution and waste, and nature and biodiversity loss. These are the three things which together make a triple planetary catastrophe. So scientists are actually concerned because even 50 years of its existence, even after 50 years of its existence, the planet Earth is still going through this kind of crisis, and they have named it as triple planetary catastrophe. And this includes climate change, pollution and waste, nature, and biodiversity loss. All right. So here we have listed the important milestones since 1972 till 2022. That is the year in which Stockholm Conference was held and the year in which the Stockholm Conference completed 50 years of its existence. So please go through the whole table. I'll be sharing the PDF, and the link to this PDF shall be given in the description box below. Next is Montreal Protocol. Why is it in news? Because we are celebrating 35 years of its existence. What is it related to? It is related to the reduction of those gases which affect the ozone layer or ozone depleting gases. It is concerned with the reduction or limitation of uses of ozone depleting gases. When was it signed? It was signed in 1987. And when did it come into force? It came into force in the year 1989. And what was the precursor to the Montreal Protocol? It is the Vienna Convention. The Vienna Convention. Where is Vienna located? Please comment your answers in the comment box below. Where is Vienna located? So, as a follow-up to this Vienna Convention, the Montreal Protocol came into existence in the year 1987 and it came into force in the year 1989. Why was it necessary? It was necessary because the Vienna Convention did not impose any mandatory complications, mandatory requirements on the countries or the signatories. So, as a result, Montreal Protocol had to come into picture because it imposes some mandatory requirements or things that need to be done from the member countries. So why is this Montreal Protocol so significant? Because it has achieved nearly universal signature. Almost all the countries in the world, nearly 197 countries have signed this protocol and hence it is nearly universal. As a result, this Montreal Protocol becomes significant and it is also important from another perspective, that is it talks about common but differentiated responsibilities. Common but differentiated responsibilities. It also talks about CBDR. So if there is a question in UPSC Prelims asking which convention or which campaign or which of the following talks about the CBDR, that is common but differentiated responsibilities, then the answer should be Montreal Protocol of 1987. Right? So here the common but differentiated responsibilities mean each and every country on this planet has a responsibility towards limiting those harmful gases which are depleting our ozone layer. But this has to be differentiated because the same restrictions or same requirements cannot be imposed. Those restrictions which are being imposed on the least developed countries cannot be the same for even the developed countries. There has to be some differentiation because these countries have become developed because of various reasons, because of industrialization. So as a result, most of the harm that has been caused to the environment is from these developed countries. So as a result, since they are wealthy, since they have caused the maximum harm to the environment, they'll have to take up the maximum chunk of responsibility, whereas least developed countries should be given least responsibilities. So this is the basic nature of common but differentiated responsibilities. And then where is the Secretariat of Montreal Protocol located? It's in Nairobi. Where is it? Nairobi, Kenya. This is the Secretariat of UNEP. The Secretariat of Montreal Protocol is located at the Secretariat of UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program, which is Nairobi, which is located in Kenya. That's it. Next, UN Ocean Conference was held in 2022. So, this is the UN Ocean Conference which was held in the year 2022. The 2022 was the second such conference. When and where was the first UN conference held? The first UN conference was held in the year 2017 in New York City. The first UN conference was held in the year 2017 in New York conference, and the second UN conference was held in the year 2022 in Lisbon, which is the capital of Portugal. Alright, so it obviously, as per the name, the convention or the conference is mostly focused on the sustainable use of oceans and also the cleanliness of oceans. Then coming back to the second United Nations Ocean Conference, it was held in Lisbon, and the outcome was Lisbon Declaration. It talked about protecting at least 30% of national maritime zones by the year 2030, achieving carbon neutrality by 2040, allocating funds to research on ocean acidification, climate resilience and surveillance, scale up science-based and innovative actions to address ocean emergency, and it specifically talks about SDG 14, which is related to life below water. Alright, So this has to be achieved by empowering women and girls, recognizing their participation, that it is crucial to building a sustainable ocean-based economy. All right. So as a part of this, India has already ventured into this particular, ocean protecting initiatives with its coastal clean sea campaign, which is called as Swachh Sagar, Surakshit Sagar, and also a ban on single-use plastics. Right. So various initiatives with respect to the sustainable ocean ecosystem include Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. It is from the year 2021 to 2030. And World Oceans Day is celebrated on June 8th every year. And Glow Litter Partnership Project has also been launched by the IMO, that is International Maritime Organization in association with International Maritime Organization in association with FAO, that is Food and Agricultural Organization. So these three are important. Please remember. Right. Next one is biorefineries. Biorefineries. The government of India has given a renewed push to set up 12 biorefineries across India, and these biorefineries are concerned with the second generation ethanol preparation, second generation biofuels. So there is a demarcation of first generation, second generation, third generation, and fourth generation biofuels. Second generation biofuels are prepared from wood, straw, grass, and waste. So these biorefineries work using the biomass from the second generation. So here biomass is converted into useful products such as fuels, solvents, bulk chemicals, plastics, fibers, fine chemicals, and oils using separation technology, also using biocatalytic conversions. So the government of India under Mission Integrated Biorefineries has proposed to set up 12 such biorefineries across India, and it is related to second generation biofuels. Please remember, these are the basic differences between first generation, second generation, third generation, and the fourth generation. Next, we have a movement called as a Pro Planet People movement, which was launched by Government of India in the year 2022. It was launched by PM Modi at the World Economic Forum, which was held in Davos in the year 2022. As the name itself suggests, it's a pro-planet, which means that which is in consonance with the production of the earth, or that which ensures the sustainability of the earth. So that is called as pro-planet movement. It basically talks that the people on earth, or the general public, should integrate their lifestyle in a sustainable manner with their surroundings, that is the environment, particularly the earth. As a precursor to this, in the year 2021, Prime Minister Modi had already launched a mission named Mission Life, Mission Lifestyle for Environment. So it also talks about changing your lifestyle in consonance or for the sake of, for the benefit of the environment, the safety of the environment. Alright. So next, there is something called as Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. What is it? It's a mechanism by the European Union. It will be implemented in order to fairly price the carbon released during the manufacture of goods entering the European Union, and to promote a cleaner industrial output in non-EU nations. So it is applicable on the steel, aluminium, electricity, fertilizers, and cements. So if you're asked the question, carbon border adjustment mechanism is concerned with which of the following? India, UNOC, or EU, or none of the above? Then the answer, my friends, would be the European Union. Alright. Next is Global Environment Facility. It is always in news, and it is better to know very well about the Global Environment Facility. Here are the basic points related to Global Environment Facility. First is, it is a financial mechanism. When was it created? Created in accordance with the Article 11 of UNFCCC, that is United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, for the purpose of implementing this agreement, that is UNFCCC, which was the outcome of Earth Summit, and will function with the approval and accountability of the UNFCCC COP, that is Conference of Parties. Alright, the COP is in charge of deciding the policies, programming priorities, and the eligibility standards for the financing mechanism in respect to the convention. So it has been designated as the temporary financing mechanism. When was it established? It was established in the year 1991. In order to finance for the environment protection on a global scale, the World Bank, United Nations Development Program, and the United Nations Environment Program, all these three institutions came together and formed the Global Environment Facility in the year 1991, and it was reorganized and cut loose from the World Bank systems in 1992, that is during the Earth Summit, to become a long-lasting independent organization. So this is a very potential and weightage having a topic or point. Please remember, Global Environment Facility existed even before the Earth Summit, which was held in the year 1992. So it existed even before the Earth Summit. This is the most important point. And then it was established by the World Bank, United Nations Development Program, and the United Nations Environment Program. However, after the Earth Summit, it was cut loose from the World Bank and it was made independent. All right. So it also serves as a financing mechanism for five conventions. What are those? Convention on Biological Diversity, that is CBD, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, that is UNFCCC, Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants, UN Convention to Combat Desertification, and Minamata Convention on Mercury. Alright, these five conventions are being served by the Global Environment Facility, which was established in the year 1991. Alright, next is a Clean Energy Ministerial, which was launched in the year 2009. It's a alliance established by the International Renewable Energy Agency, that is IRENA, and its co-founding partners included Siemens Energy and 13 other enterprises, which included Tata Steel and Jindal Steel, also from India. Why is it significant? Because clean energy has to be ensured by all the countries across the world. But when these countries are trying to ensure that there is clean energy across the world, it also becomes important to reduce the pollutants or harmful gases that are being released from various other sectors. And this particular sector, that is the industrial sector, accounts for nearly 25% of the world GDP, but it also contributes to 28% of total greenhouse gas emissions. As a result, it becomes very much necessary to keep an eye on this particular sector and also minimize the harmful emissions from this particular sector. So it was launched to combat climate change, greenhouse gas emissions, and reduce the emissions of these gases. The industry needs to quickly decarbonize, as it is the second largest emitter. So please comment in the comment box below which is the largest emitter of greenhouse gases in the world. Alright, it was established in the year 2009. It was launched at the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change Conference of Parties in Copenhagen in 2009. Its purpose is to act as a high-level global forum to promote policies and programs for the development of clean energy technology. It also aims to share experience and best practices, encouraging the transition to a global clean energy economy. Currently, it has got 29 member countries, including India. India is a member of the Clean Energy Ministerial, which was launched in the year 2009 during the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change Conference of Parties, which was held in Copenhagen. Okay, next is the Global Climate Observing System. What is it? It is a co-sponsored program. We call it as a co-sponsored program. What does it seek to do? It evaluates the state of global climate observation and generates recommendations for their improvement. It is an observing system. It keeps on looking for various problems, issues in the environment, and it suggests or it gives out its recommendations for the proper implementation of various schemes and policies. Who has it been launched by? The World Meteorological Organization, or the WMO, has launched it in association with the International Science Council, United Nations Environment Program, and the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO, that is IOC UNESCO. Alright, so this is about the Global Climate Observing System. Next is the Global Alliance for Industry Decarbonization. Global Alliance for Industry Decarbonization. It was established by the International Renewable Energy Agency. Also, its co-founding partners were Siemens Energy and 13 other enterprises. Alright, so it's once again the same thing that is we have previously covered. It's about industry decarbonization, which accounts for 28% of total greenhouse gas emissions. Alright. So this was about Today's class, I hope today's class has been really helpful. So one topic was repeated, please do not mind. So these topics are highly relevant for the upcoming UPSC Civil Services examination, and the remaining 10 classes we shall be coming up with more such important topics which are highly potential topics for the UPSC to ask questions from. And also, if you're looking for any sort of guidance related to UPSC preliminary examination preparation, or if you have doubts regarding any topics, then please do not hesitate to comment the names of those topics in the comment box below, so that it will help us list out those topics and prepare particular data with respect to those topics which are relevant from prelims perspective, and bring them before you. So thank you so much for joining once again. See you tomorrow in next class. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day.